Hey guys, Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog. I actually didn't think that I was going to do any vlogging today. It's about 1 in the afternoon. We've already had our tutorial premiere, which was a great time. It was really nice to kind of sit around without pants on and hang out and answer questions and just sip my coffee. Callie spent the night outside again last night, and so she is exhausted. And I did this trick I saw on the internet where if you use like an old toothbrush to like pet your cat, that they'll love you or something, or it reminds them of like getting like groomed by their mothers when they were kittens. And so I've been pursuing the cats with a toothbrush. I don't know if they like it, but I do, so I'm gonna keep doing it. I mean, they don't like hate it, I guess. She sensed the, do you like it? Yeah. Oh, such a good kitten. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Oh, you're such a dirty face. Give me that foot. Okay. Callie just tolerates everything that I do, though. So Randy's in bed sick. Like he's feeling a bit of something in his throat. So we don't know. So he, so we hesitate to say that he's sick because he's like, this could be allergies. It could just be something. But it's been a really, really like intense month. So we both were like, why don't you just stay in bed all day? And he was like, okay. So I think I'm gonna make him some chicken noodle soup or something, and I'm gonna spend the day, I think, cleaning down here while there's nobody but the cat's in the way because the dogs are upstairs keeping Randy company. I'm gonna get all my houseplants watered, gonna get everything kind of tidied up, get all the floors swept, oil mopped, and kind of stay on top of laundry and just kind of do everything that needs done. Basically, Randy's been doing a really good job with like keeping on top of things, but I do prefer to get to go through and do the deep cleaning myself because most of the time all the messes everywhere are my fault. So, and I feel like it's my mess, I went to clean it up. So I'm going to be doing that today. I'm going to be getting my camping food, backpacking food, sorted away and organized. So that'll be cool. I actually want to show you guys the calorie breakdown of what my backpacking food. So at first, let's go check on the mangoes. Okay, so they're in here. I'm gonna switch off the dehydrator. Let's open up the lid. Now I only had 5 mangoes in here. Some of them are poofy, and oh, that's very odd. But check it. It's hollow. It's just like a little mango balloon. Oh, and they're perfect, y'all. So I'm gonna get these out and I'm gonna weigh them and put them into their bags for the backpacking trip. So it looks like 1 ounce of mango is around 100 calories. I love these like lumpy gas mangoes. Like they're hollow with their little hollow pockets. I don't know how many of these are actually gonna make it to the backpacking trip. They're so yummy. And I have to say, this tastes better than any dehydrated mango I have ever had from the store. Like it tastes much more fruity, and it doesn't taste like, I don't know, butts or something. Like the ones from the store kind of always taste like whatever preservative that they put on them. This is what 5 big mangoes looks like, all dehydrated down. So I'm going to be vacuum sealing the mango because it will oxidize in the presence of oxygen, I'm pretty sure. So I want to come through, and considering it's a dry good, I'm going to give myself a little over a hand's width of, man, these are the crappiest scissors on the planet. I'm going to start with just one, make sure that this is a good size, little over a hand's width. Like my hand's not full on spread, but just comfortably thumb to pinky. I have my dehydrator plugged in. If I remember to, I may actually have a link down in the video description. Not dehydrator, vacuum sealer. We might, you know, I'll put a link to both. And I'm placing it so it's just enough. You can see this cavern here, this chasm is where it pulls the air. So you don't want to overlap it, and you don't want to be too far back that it won't grab. So I try to place it like at the halfway place, and gotta click on either side, and I'm just gonna press seal. It's on the normal setting and on dry. If it's something that I don't want crushed, I could set it on gentle, but I don't mind it. And that gives us a really wide gap, but that also gives us a nice flat area to be able to do our labeling. So I'm going to scooch this out of the way, grab our Rody food scale, and zero it out, put it onto, oops, well, I bypassed the grams, put it on grams. My ankle's killing me today, y'all. Okay, and I'm going to just kind of stack. I'm not worried just yet about getting it inside. Oh, wow. Okay, so I think I might only do 50 grams. Or wait, we had done it for an ounce, didn't we? Okay. That's much better. So I was like, that's a lot of mango. Okay, so there's an ounce. There's 100 calories of mango. And this is going to give me a rough idea as well for not just how these fit into the bag, but how many bags I should have. Oh, hey, I don't know what I pressed. Okay, so I'm positioning it. I want to make sure that there's no like pokey ends protruding that are going to puncture or anything like that. And I'm just going to place it. Make sure it's nice and flat. And I have a smooth side and a textured side. I don't really pay attention to which side is up. Ooh, it's vacuum sealing. Now it's sealing. The vacuum turns off, but the seal's still going. I just don't know if you can see with the light glare. And when the light turns off, we go ahead and open it up. And that is a lot of packaging. Ouch, it's hot right where it just did the seal. But normally I would not package it like this, except for that we are backpacking and I do want some single serving type situations. And I think for the backpacking purposes, I'm going to actually go through and trim quite close to the vacuum sealed line. And then I'll just use my pocket knife when I'm on the trail to slice it open and have a snack. So I'm going to process the rest of this batch. I have the mango prepped up for my backpacking trip, and the rest of it I'm just going to have in a bag for here in the house. If I even put it into a bag, I might just eat it. Just all today, just sitting here doing things. So I am finding videos for cats because Callie's been rambunctious. You have. So if you can see here, I have my scent lock bag, but it's kind of my bear bag. I don't have a bear box, but I just have each of my day's meals packed. Day 4 is on the bottom, day 1 is on the top, with the apples on the very top, so they hopefully survive. Guys, my stuff doesn't fit into my pack. Like, the food bag is obscenely huge. I can't even fit my fluffy, like, or my fleece. I can fit my puffy, fortunately, because it condenses down like a lot, but I'm like genuinely concerned that I'm doing this wrong, but also that I'm gonna freaking die out on the trail because this pack is heavy and I have not even filled up the water bladder and the water bottles. So Ember seems to, well, I'm not going to say she has faith in me, but she's at least interested in participating. The first step I've made, I'm test packing it without the trash bag liner, just because my trash bags keep getting pretty torn up, which is, I guess, is a good test for them, because I'm going to be loading and unloading this thing twice a day probably. But the first change I've made is my underquilt and sleeping bag were put in like vertically, and now they're put in horizontally. So we'll see if that makes any sort of difference. I forgot to include any sort of camp shoe, so I got it all to fit. There's a lot strapped onto the outside, and I even managed to fit my fleece. And I keep finding myself asking myself, like, I keep catch myself thinking that it's like, is this normal? Like, is this too much? Like, I don't know. Like a hobbit ready to go on a quest, because this thing is taller than I am. It's actually not that bad, but it still doesn't have the water in it, so that's a thing. But fortunately I got these well padded hips to hold the pack up, and the pack does a fantastic job of kind of holding on to said hips, and so I'm balancing through my shoulders but carrying most of the weight through my hips, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm gonna be wearing a different shirt when it's time, but this actually counterbalances. Like, I feel like I can keep pretty good posture in this, lean forward if nothing else. Oh boy, I'm so nervous, you guys. Like, I'm very afraid, and I don't think I have enough room in my pack for all of these fears that I'm carrying with me, of being afraid of being a joke, of being a failure, of just not cutting it, of not being prepared properly. Like, am I bringing too much of some things, too little of others? Like, I don't know. It's fully loaded with 3 liters of water. My pack weighs in at 44 pounds. Now, that's with my fleece, which I think I'm going to leave home. I'm going to bring like a thermal like undershirt instead. Just because it weighs like 1/3 of as much and it's not quite so bulky. And also it's not including pack shoes or camp shoes and some coffee. So 44 or 45 pounds, I think. Now that, granted, that's with 3 liters of water too. Oh, so we'll see. I don't know. I think I can do that. I texted Lara, my friend and our guide for this trip, and she said that, yeah, that sounds about right. And we're going to do a final pack down whenever we get there before heading out as well. So, because I really think I can probably whittle my food down. Maybe shave a pound or 2 off there, but it's 5 pounds doesn't sound like a whole lot until you hold like a 5-pound weight. Maybe you hold it for 8 hours. So, oh, that's a thing. But I think we're gonna call it for the day. The jerky came out amazing, though I think I'll get footage of that for tomorrow. Yeah. Keep on keeping on, y'all. We'll see you in tomorrow's vlog. Bye.